Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to the Wednesday Mastermind call here. My name is Steve Spray, and we are coming to you live from the Grant Cardone Studios. And today we're going to be covering how to blow up in June. So if this is your first time to the Cardone University Mastermind, we come here to you every single Wednesday. We drop into you. We do this live. That way we can set up and you can call in, you can message in, and we're going to handle all the questions that you have from Cardone University. Man, we've been having some unbelievable successes with this program. I mean, so guys, if you're having big successes, flood them into us, man. We love hearing about them. Grant loves hearing about them. We're looking at them every single day, okay? John, we looking at successes every single day? Every single day. And that's what you should be doing in your business every single day. And so part of getting your head right every single day is you got to look at, hey, what's going right? What are we doing right? Okay, but what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about what's happening in June. How are we going to blow this thing up in June? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some strategies of how to use Cardone University to be able to take what you did this whole year and do all of that in June. So what we're going to do, if you want to call in, I want you to dial into 305-865-8668, and I'm going to help answer any question that you have about Cardone University and any problems that you're having inside your business. So once again, guys, my name's Steve, one of the managers here working with Grant Cardone. You guys want to call in, load up the lines, 305-865-8668. So if you guys also, like if you're on the website here, here we go. Now we got some people messaged in. Let's grow. I'm loving the cold prospecting segment, says Jimmy Azell. Okay, we got a couple people in here. Just drop in lines. Look, guys, if you want to drop in questions, I'm going to get them answered for you. If you're on the website right now, I'm going to get those handled for you. So feel free to call in, and we're going to get it set up. So, guys, what I'm going to pull up to is, okay, number one, we want to take a look at what's the target. Okay, what is June's target? Okay, your target for training every single day should be at least six segments every single day. Okay, so that's exactly what it should be. You got to hit those targets every single day. Now what I want you to do, I want you guys to decide and really figure out, map this thing out. What are the targets for June? If you don't know your targets, if you don't pay attention to them, if you're not looking at them every single day, every single week, every single month, dude, you'll never hit the targets. You will never hit those targets. And so the first thing that I want you to take a look at is, look, Grant will tell you. The first thing he tells you is do the math. What are your targets? So if you're on this call right now, write this down. What are your targets for the month? Okay, what are your targets for the month? Your training target is 6 segments every single day, but now you're asking yourself, hey, look, what do I train on? What do I train on to get me some extra deals this month? Okay, so what kind of targets do we need? How are you going to get business every single day? I spend every single day in my job prospecting. Okay, I'm going to use the prospecting content. I'm going to follow up with old customers. I'm going to follow up with different clients. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the university program to help me train every single day. That way I don't have to practice when I do that. Okay, if I have a target of 50 phone calls per day, I got a target for 100 phone calls per day, and I got a target for 150 phone calls per day. Whatever that number is, I got to get good at that number. And I don't want to practice on those customers because, look, if you're practicing on your customers, I'm telling you that you're going to be missing opportunity. And so that's why you invested in Cardone University, to be able to help you out. So what I'm going to look at, when you scroll down, the first thing I'm going to take a look at when I identify, hey, what's my targets for the month? I'm going to figure out, hey, what don't I know? What do I not know? And where did I miss opportunity last month? Okay, I don't really want to pay a whole lot of attention to what happened last month. Dude, that's in the past. That's done. But what I'm going to look at is, look, where could I have picked up some extra deals? You know, is that following up with current clients that, you know, some of the deals may be on the 1 yard line? Is that prospecting? Do I need to get a new sheet to be able to cold call? Do I need to get a new sheet and understanding, look, hey, who do we prospect to this month? Who are we getting a deal from? Who do we need to close this month, right? So I got to put all these numbers down. I got to get this math right so that when I do get it right, dude, now I know what to train on. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you what I do every single day. I do 6 training segments. I'm always coming straight from the training path. I go from left to right, top to bottom. Look, I'm always going through the full curriculum. Okay. I was just in a meeting with Grant today. Okay. And what Grant was talking about when he was talking to this company, he said this. He said, look, curiosity is the gateway to learning. Curiosity is the gateway to learning. Okay. He's talking about, look, watch with curiosity. When you watch the videos, you got to watch with curiosity. You got to know, hey, look, what's he trying to say on this video? What's happening? What's he talking about in here? Okay. Then you got to get repetition. And the reason you got to get repetition is because repetition equals certainty. So what you want to think about is, look, how many times do I got to watch these videos to get good at what I'm talking about? I'm going to tell you right now, if you watch it one time, if you guys watch one of these segments one time, dude, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be good. You're going to get some good information. You're going to get motivated. You will not have certainty if you only watch it one time. So you want to get your repetition up. This is where you're coming back every month and you're looking at, hey, dude, where am I going to crank it up this month? What do I need to do to be able to fix the problems I was having last month? Okay, I need to buckle down. And if you had a good month, dude, don't go out and blow your big commission check. I know you want to. I know you're excited about it. That's how you blow June. That's how you blow June. You need to buckle down is what you really need to do. If you hit it hard last month and you did really well, the first thing you need to go is you need to go to the personal finances program. You need to figure out, hey, how do I start building wealth? What do I need to know about what to do with money when I get it so that I can build that thing that I want and create that wealth for myself? And that was the one thing that Grant was giving you with this month's Cardone University whenever you guys jumped on. So personal finances was one of them. We're going to go ahead and take a call. I'm going to take one from David from Poland. David, how you doing this week, man? How's everything going for you?
Fine. Thank you, Steve. Thanks for having me on the show once again.
Absolutely, man. How can I help you out this week?
I would like to ask you when to start follow-up. Because when you have a situation, you're calling a guy and the guy is totally not interested in your product, and I do not want to cross the line. So how to deal with the follow-up? Do I have to follow up him until he dies? Or yeah. I don't know, really.
Yep, dude. Unbelievable question. Hey, just first off, hey, David, I just want to thank you very much for showing up, being here every single week on the Mastermind call. And so I know that you've made the decision, dude, this year is going to be my bust out year. That's why you invested in the program. That's why you show up every single week. But David's got a question right now where he's asking, dude, when do I stop following up? Like when do I just, throw in the towel? I'm like, I got to give up on this deal. Okay, the first thing that I would do for you, David, is I want you to write all this down because I'm going to give you courses that I want you to train on for this week. And look, what I'm telling you this week on the Mastermind call is that, look, if you have the same question in your business, dude, when do we stop following up? Mm-hmm. You need to write this down. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to click inside follow-up. I need you to go through all the facts of the follow-up basics, and the mistakes of follow-up. So when you go on here, what's going to happen is you're going to see these 3 categories up at the top. You're going to see the facts of follow-up, the follow-up basics, and mistakes of follow-up. Okay, then you're going to see follow-up of unsold customers. Now, so what I'm trying to teach you guys on these calls is that it's exactly what Grant's talking about. He's talking about, look, curiosity is the gateway to learning. Okay, what do you not know about follow-up? Okay, he's got a question like, when do I give up? When do I stop? If you're not certain about when you should do that, then there's something that you don't know about follow-up. And there's something that you're not able to feel inside the deal of when it's time to say, dude, I got to go get somebody else. Okay, and so what I'm going to tell you is that you never stop following up. Maybe sometimes you just got to back off a little bit. But before you do that, because what they're going to tell you, David, is they're going to tell you, dude, hey, quit following up. I'm done, dude.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah,
you barbecued me, man. You fried me. I'm not interested. I don't want you to ever call me back again, ever. Don't ever think about calling me again. Don't ever email me again. You know what? You know how many people I've had do that to me? Literally call them the next week, and they're like, dude, I'm so glad you called. I got a couple minutes for you. Okay.
Thanks, Steve. That's good. That's
Absolutely. So what I really want you to do though is I want you to take this down. I want you to train on that content so that you can get the understanding. John, if you want to show them this right here, I'm going to step inside facts of follow-up. The reason why this is so important right here, guys, for everybody on the mastermind call, is that when I go inside this piece of the program, it's going to teach me everything I need to know to understand about follow-up so that I can feel what's happening inside the deal. Okay? You know, you hear a lot of people talk about, hey, you know, just if they don't want to do the deal, just, you know, go find somebody else. You hear a lot of people say, you know, never follow up, you know, past the point where they're going to get mad about something. You know, you got Grant telling you, hey, look, man, dude, you don't ever quit following up, which is true. But here's the thing that is going to be missed if you don't understand the actual training part of the program. If you don't train on these segments right inside the very top 4 programs, then you're not going to be able to follow up with somebody forever and have the value that you need pumping into that follow-up so that you can actually get a deal. This is where most salespeople ask the question, hey, am I annoying them? Is too much follow-up annoying? If you don't know this part of the program, then probably most of your follow-up will be annoying. And most people, they probably won't want you to follow up. And so this is where you've really got to get in here and understand that. Now, when I've really mastered that, when I've mastered this material right here, what happens is I'm going to go down here and I'm going to start figuring out, okay, well, now I get follow-up. Now I understand how to increase my sales with follow-up. Now I understand what mistakes I'm making. Now it's time to get into the advanced strategies. Okay, there's 22 different ways for advanced strategies. Look, I'm going to use these. I'm going to pound these away. These are things that we were using in our office that were working, and people were sending back to us, dude, you guys are freaking nuts, but we can't wait to work with you. You know, most of the people probably on this call probably got some crazy follow-up, and they probably sat back and was like, dude, that was nuts. You know, but those guys are wild, man. But we want to be just like that. We want to be able to set ourselves apart and be different than everybody else. And so that's where you're going to see advanced strategies for follow-up. These pieces right here, this is how to follow up customers who are already your clients. The contact follow-up for over 365 days is how to follow up a customer for 1 year, in which you don't want to be annoying. You want to actually have that value-added follow-up. So what Grant's going to do for every single day is he's going to tell you, look, this is what you do and say, and this is what to expect on day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, all the way out until I'm going all the way 365 days. Okay?
Okay. Steve, can I ask you one more thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
What to do when you have a day when you are like broken inside and you can't do anything because your attitude is so bad that you can't do anything with it? How to fix this?
Oh, so you're talking about, you know, hey, dude, what happens when you just been like kicked in the teeth so many times? You're like, dude, I just can't take it.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, you have a bad attitude. You know, it's like I don't know really how to explain. Have no purpose or I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Good, man. No, I'm actually glad that you asked that question because I think a lot of people probably have that question. Like, dude, what do I do once I'm showing up every single day? You want me to tell you what I do? This is something that I learned from Grant when I first started following Grant. Is I started doing this every single day. I started writing my goals down every single day because dude, I get up just like you guys. Grant will tell you he gets up exactly the same as everybody else, man. It's tough, man. We're out there. We're salespeople. We're making cold calls. We're getting rejection. People are telling us no. And our job right now, what we're doing is trying to figure out, dude, how do I get better at those challenges? And so you've made the decision. You've made the step. So that's the first step. You've done that, man. The next thing is that, look, you got to show up. You got to show up every single day. And if you write your goals down every single day, what I would add in, this is what I add in every single day. I go down here and I actually look at the 100 Ways to Stay Motivated program, or I look at the top traits of great salespeople. So you're going to see these programs right here. Dude, I drop that stuff inside my training every single day. The reason why I do that is because, look, man, I got to know how to stay excited. I got to know how to stay excited about what I'm doing every single day, why I'm making all these phone calls, right? And so, David, thanks a lot for your question. I'm going to take another call from Logan in Seattle. Logan, how's it going?
Hello?
Hey, Logan, how are you?
What's up, Steve? How you doing, man?
Dude, I'm unbelievable, man. I appreciate you giving a call in. Will you tell the viewers who you are so that they know exactly who you are from Seattle?
Yeah, my name's Logan O'Brien. I'm over in Seattle at Legend Auto Sales in Burien. Come check us out. We're one of the top independent dealerships in Washington. I'm also on social media. I'm in the process of writing something called the Millennial Millionaire. So, Steve, my question for you was, what's one thing that you think millennials need to do to really kick into high gear?
Well, dude, first off, the one thing that millennials need to do to kick into high gear is, there's things that they don't know. So they need to figure it out. This goes back to the question that our last guy, David, asked from Poland. He's asking, dude, how do I stay excited every day? Millennials are always asking, dude, how do I get excited about getting out into the marketplace? Okay. What this comes down to, guys, when you're not motivated and when there's something missing in what you're doing every day where you're like, dude, I don't know what to do or I don't know what to go. There's something that you do not know. And that's why you invested in the program. That's why you invested in the Cardone University program. That's why you actually have that program because, hey, look, let me ask you this, Logan. If you knew what you needed to do every single day to sell 5 cars per day, would you do it?
Of course I would. The knowledge is there. It's just at the end of the day, it's all about if you think you can.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely with you.
That,
Yeah, no, I'm definitely with you on that. What I'm saying is that, look, if you really knew and you felt certain about it, would you do it every single day? And so what I'm saying is that, look, what I always look at is what do I not know? And so if you're not doing it, you're right. Like the information is there. That's why your company has the Cardone On Demand program inside your dealership right now where you've invested in it yourself. And you did that because, look, there's something that you don't know about how to get a deal every single day. And so what I'm going to use is I'm going to find out, hey, where are those deals? How do I get excited? When I was at, a young salesperson and I had this program, I was in the same situation you were. I worked at a dealership. And what I did was I found out, hey, dude, where are all these deals coming in? Oh, it's a bunch of people setting appointments every single day. I'm like, appointments equal deals.
Exactly.
Appointments equal deals. Appointments equal deals. Yeah. So if I can actually...
Phone's the weapon, man.
Exactly. So for me as a salesperson, I figured out, hey, I got to get really good at phone sales. So, John, if you want to show them this, I want to drop into incoming phone calls. I'm going to tell you guys exactly what I did. Okay, I went from making, no money to, dropping in some pretty heavy paychecks every single month by doing exactly what I'm going to show you right now. Look, inside incoming phone calls is how to master the phone calls. Controlling the call. This is how you actually control the appointment, lock it down, get a customer who's going to show up on time and ready to buy. And so what I'm going to tell you right now is that, look, I didn't watch those videos one time. I didn't even watch those videos 3 or 4 times, dude. I freaking watched those videos back to back to back to back over, and I was practicing and I was drilling and I was doing exactly everything that Grant Cardone was telling me to do back then. And dude, I turned it up. I was 23. I was 23 years old, number 1 salesperson in the dealership. The second or third month I was on the program, and so that's what's available for you. Okay, so hey, thanks a lot, Logan, for calling in, man. Go out there, turn it up.
Steve.
And I appreciate your questions. So, guys, what I'm telling you is that, look, you got to get certain about the material. And you want to stay curious about the content. So that's going to keep you learning more. That is what is going to help you out whenever you're trying to figure out, hey, what do I do this month? It's June. I'm trying to figure out how to get a deal. Do I go into cold calling? Do I figure out how to close more deals? What you need to do is look at, hey, where did I miss opportunities last month? I'm always going back and I'm trying to figure out, hey, where did I miss a deal? And I'm doing this when I get out of the deal. And that's when I'm going to go train on the material in like an evening setting. Because every morning I'm just focused on like how to get deals moving into the day, how to get better at my craft, right? And so I'm always training on understanding the buyer. Why is that so important? Dude, if I'm going to take responsibility for me and I'm going to take responsibility for the customer, I've got to know what's happening with the customer and with the buyer's money and what I'm going to be able to do to help get them to see that, dude, this guy's got the best product, the best service, the best company. And so I've got to really always go into that, because what's happening is that, look, you're going to get thrown off from the content. You're going to watch the content in the morning. You're going to be all jacked up. And then, 2 o'clock's going to roll around and somebody's going to shoot you a Facebook video of, the gorilla. Okay. Dude, that's when you need to figure out, hey, look, don't send me that. I'm trying to provide for my family right now. Don't be sending me that crap. What I need to do right now is I need to get on and to figure out, how do I get a deal? Okay, where am I going to get a deal from today? Where am I always going to get a deal? That's why Grant has T-shirts that say, "Who's got my money?" That's why he's got a hat that says, "Who's got my money?" Because he's always looking for, dude, who can we get a deal from? And then we're going to go to the program to figure out, hey, look, instead of actually practicing on that person who could be a deal for our company, let's figure out what we need to do and figure out, hey, what would be the best solution moving in. I'm going to take another call from Weston in California. Weston, you on? How you doing, sir?
Yeah, what's up, man? How you doing?
Dude, I'm unbelievable. What kind of business are you in?
So I'm getting into real estate.
My man.
As an agent.
Okay.
Yes, so my question is about a cold calling script. So basically we're going to be calling out to people that literally, obviously they're completely cold and they've expressed no interest in buying or selling a home, like just a random person, and we want to see people that are interested in listing their property. So what would you say would be a good script to go completely, with a random person into the door and see if they have interest?
Yeah, great question. Are you going to be knocking on doors, or are you just basically calling? Perfect, man. Let me ask you this. How much training have you done inside the cold calling piece?
Not much at all. I used to do like telemarketing for a different product, but not much completely cold calling.
Okay, well, here's what I would do, because I can tell you how to get biceps. Okay, dude, you ask everybody in my office right now, dude, who's got the biggest biceps in the whole office? Dude, there's only one name that comes out of their mouth. But you got to go out there and work the muscles, right? And so what I'm telling you how to do this is I'm saying, look, you got to go inside cold calling. And there's a place that you can go down and you can create the cold call process into the script. So do you have that pulled up in front of you?
No, because I actually have the Mastermind thing running right now. But
okay, no. Yeah, no problem. So inside cold calling, what you want to look at is you want to really like understand that call, right? You're probably not like, what's the goal on the call?
I guess to gain interest, or to obviously for them to gain interest. And
are you going to close a guy on a listing on a cold call?
What's that?
Are you going to close the guy on actually getting a listing on a cold call?
No, so set up an appointment.
Okay, good. So now you've established step one, right? So now you got to figure out, hey, what's the goal of the call?
Right.
Okay, so what did your script look like before?
Honestly, like I'm getting into building it right now. I'm just getting licensed, and so that's why I figured like I want to hit the ground running. So I want to figure out as much as I can before I start.
Yeah.
So I really don't even have a script.
Okay, no problem, man, no problem. So what I'm going to suggest to you is you do this inside the cold calling basics. What I would suggest, you want to actually train on what to do, because this is probably one of the biggest mistakes that I see, is that you can, most people is. They call up and they're like, hey, I need a script for this. Or, hey, how do you handle the objection for this? Because, they're trying to jump all the way to the very end, but they don't have anything. They don't really know what's going on from the start. They don't understand what the purpose of the call is. They don't understand like what they're doing on the deal. Like they get it, but they're looking for that like quick solution on the deal, and they're not actually going to this piece right here inside Master the Cold Call. And that's why we wanted to pull up the Mastermind call every single Wednesday, so we could show you guys, hey, look, this is exactly what you need to do. So number one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to train in preparing for the cold call. I mean, this guy's, he's been on the phones, but he's never made a cold call to try to get a listing for somebody. And so if you want to, you could definitely go out there and you could practice. You could practice on as many people as you want to. But if you want to get good at what you're doing and you really want to understand it, there's two things that you got to have. Number one, dude, you got to have the skills, okay? You definitely got to have the frequency. But if you don't have the frequency of the skills, then you're going to have a lot of frequency. So what I'm saying is that, look, what he's asking is, dude, give me the script. But I'm going to tell him, look, go prepare for the cold call first. He's just a little bit premature for, where he's at in the stage. Like, I want to do this training first because so that way I've got a better idea of what's happening. And so I know that, okay, well, maybe I should probably put a list together. But when I do put a list together, what's that even look like? And so then he goes down here and he's going to look at, hey, the call preparation. Like, what does all this material have to do? Oh, and by the way, there might be an objection on the cold call. And if there is an objection on the cold call, what do I do? What do I say? How do I say it? And so that's where I'm going to actually favorite these. Prepare for the objections on the cold call. So guys, that's what I'm showing you right now. That's exactly what I'm showing you. I'm going to show you, look, you got to get your head right about the cold call before you actually make the cold call. That's why that program was set inside there. Okay, so guys, what I want you to take away from this is I want you to take away that, look, get everything right. Get everything right. Train every single day. Get your frequency really high in June. Set your targets. Figure out, hey, what's your target for the month? Okay, what's your target for the month? And to finish off the question at the end for the guy who wanted the cold call process on the cold call, look, right here inside the cold call. John, you can show the screen right there. So what happens is that when you go inside this piece, for everybody who's trying to put together a script, there is the cold call process where it tells you, hey, what do I say when I'm building this out? What's it look like when I'm making an outbound phone call to somebody, right? And so if you come down to this bottom piece right here and you click on how to get started building your own script, there's going to be a piece by piece thing that you can actually plug in, because the cold call there could be a lot of different things to it. You could have a totally different cold call to one company, but you're calling a different prospect and the cold call could look a little bit different. That's why I got to understand this material right here. Like, what are these big claims and qualifying fact-finding questions that I need to be asking on a cold call to be able to get this thing locked down so that I can get somebody from a place of obscurity with me all the way to a place of, oh, wow, I just met this new guy. He could list my property and he could actually get it sold for me in the next 30 days from what he's saying. He says he's a killer, man. I don't know if I believe him, right? If your game's tight, your pitch is tight, your cold call is tight, look, people are going to have a little bit more certainty in you. And so that's going back to the takeaways from this week. Number one, set your targets for the month. Set your targets. If you don't have the targets, you don't know what you're going for. Okay, if you don't do the math, you don't know what you're going for this. Okay, the second piece is, look, get certain about the material. Get very certain about the content, which means that you're going to maybe have to go through some of the content 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Because for me, I'm going back through it. I'm doing it 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. And then by the 7th time, I'm like, dude, I've seen this thing 7 times. I didn't even catch that the first 7 times. This might be a new video. I think Grant's putting a new video inside here, and it's one of the ones where he's still got gray in his hair. Or he's still got the color, So I'm like, dude, I got to get certain about the material. I got to really understand, look, what am I figuring out on this particular video? And that's why you got to take notes on the video for you. So guys, I really want you to get engaged every single week. Appreciate you coming in for the mastermind call. We're going to do this every single Wednesday for you for jumping on the Cardone University program. If you're on Cardone On Demand, have your entire team give us a call. That way we can answer questions that you guys are having from this past month. So guys, thank you. My name's Steve. Feel free to call the office at any time. We're willing to help you out. I got a full staff of 55 people in here who are ready to take your call and answer your question. We want to help you out. We want to make sure you guys are successful, which is why every single Wednesday at 2 p.m. we're dropping in live to you on the Cardone Mastermind call. Guys, have an unbelievable week, and let's start this June off right. I'll see you next week.